Hello there, Vic Benedict here. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm checking the statistics for the Crystal Halberd. We're playing Dark Souls 1 on the PC. This is my guide and walkthrough. We're on the 36th installment, and this is the Black Dragon Kalameet boss fight. I was checking the statistics of said weapon because its durability right now is less than half, and if it gets to 0, it will break. And crystal weapons cannot be repaired. So what we're going to do is use this really strong weapon in an all or nothing, make it or break it war against this kind of unfair boss. And I think at some point during the fight, it should say that the weapon was at risk, but I kept using it because I didn't have any other weapons to switch to, and it's just not practical to switch to different weapons while you're fighting because the game doesn't wait for you. But this run back is horrible, very horrible, and we're just going to slide down this ladder, buff with some charcoal resin, because when I used the gold pine resin, it didn't seem to take away as much as the charcoal resin, and here the fight starts. Once you touch down, he's going to be walking over to you. We're going to flask a little bit. You can have as many as 20 flasks if you've fully kindled the bonfire. So it's not that it's undoable, it's hard to make a fight like this look good, and it's hard for me too to make it look clean because it's hard to avoid his fumes. But I did as best as I possibly could. I won, and after I defeated him, I said to myself, that was okay. It wasn't the best fight ever, for sure, but it wasn't shitty. And we were able to pull through, and we used a weapon that worked well for us. We did some pretty good evades that would have worked in Dark Souls 3 because we could just, like that, like that too. You could just see, like that. I mean, you can't roll through attacks in this game the way you can in Dark Souls 3. And anyway, so he's going to do his little sprint from side to side, and then what he typically does is he'll do a tail swipe or more fumes. See, that's the same kind of attack that Osiris does, but in this game, you can iframe through attacks, but you don't get nearly as many iframes. And I don't really like the ring that gives you the ninja dash because I just don't like that dash. I just like to roll quick. I don't like to do that ballerina ninja dash. But one of the reasons my weapon really breaks quickly here is because I was doing R2s, and that breaks weapons more quickly. When he's like this, just back off, give him some clearance. You've got to close in the distance, but always be wary of retaliations on his part. Like, after he does a charge, he might just swoop around really quick and do a tail swipe or breathe fire quick. Some of these bosses on the DLC I don't understand because they're much faster than bosses in the main campaign. They're like Dark Souls 3 bosses. So I would say that the hitboxes of the projectiles and the fumes and things, they're not unfair, but they could be a little kinder. And I mean, we're just forging our way through this game. I think it's time to stop saying that I'm bad at this game because it's not doing me a great service. I am getting better at it. I might even be a great player one day, but even if I'm not, I'm still really appreciative to all the folks who are accepting of me being a new player, and all those folks who are above, condescending attitudes towards new players, and I really appreciate that. It just means quite a lot to me. So thank you. So we're actually doing quite well. He's doing some pounces. At least he doesn't go nuts, during his last phase. So we've got some distance to clear here, and I believe after we take him down, we're going to hunt for that slab because I know there's a slab over here. So I'll let you know where that is. Yeah, so we're just poking away on him, avoiding his swipes. A tough boss. I mean, there was just no excuse. That was completely my fault. It's just, I just screwed up. You're gonna make mistakes. It happens. And it just so happened that I should have rolled to the right, but maybe I couldn't have because the lock-on was on, I believe, at that point, so I only had so many choices. But still, it was my responsibility to break the lock-on and roll properly. But anyway, he should be dead right here. That's a long war of attrition. And you're going to get the Calamity Ring and I think a Humanity too. And then we'll do that search for the slab.